Benjamin is on the line in California, and if this is this Benjamin from Good Men Do Something?
It is.
Hey. Welcome back to Free Talk Live. Now, you are and your brother were arrested, what was it, like a year and a half ago, 2 years? How long ago was it?
It was 10 months ago.
10 months ago. You were arrested for holding up a sign, attaching a sign to a highway overpass that read taxes equals theft, if I'm recalling correctly, and also for wearing a mask in public. You were wearing the V for Vendetta mask, and that was what initially allegedly the cops had stopped and talked to you for. They ended up dropping the mask charges, if I'm recalling correctly, but you still were facing a charge of affixing a sign in public or something like that. Tell me what's going on.
Yeah, well, a few things have changed since our initial arrest, where we were initially arrested for wearing the mask. Then they added on the charge about the sign. Since then, they dropped the charge of the mask because it was ridiculous, but they added on a resisting charge. And then this Friday, we actually got a trial date. We're going to be having our trial on the 3rd of April, nearly a year after it happened. But they dropped the sign charge. So now all we're facing...
Unbelievable.
Wait, so resisting what? If there's no sign charge and there's no mask charge, they threw in a resisting? And what are they basing that charge on?
The subsection is resisting or obstructing an officer in the course of their investigation. One of those weird things.
Basically, if you don't drop to your knees with your hands over your head, you've resisted them.
If you drop to your knees, that's resisting too. You can't do anything that they don't want you to while you're being arrested.
Everything's resisting.
Benjamin, hang on. I want to bring you back here and talk about this because it seems like fruit of the poison tree. They're arresting you for something they shouldn't have arrested you for. Obviously, they dropped the charges. More coming up. This is Free Talk Live. This is Free Talk Live, and you can join us on our website over at freetalklive.com. We've got a lot of features, and we give to you, including the mobile site. Those of you with a smartphone can go to m.freetalklive.com, and that's where you'll get quick access to our live streams, as well as the software you need for your phone to tune them in. In addition to that, you'll also have access to our podcast over at m.freetalklive.com.
If you're looking for camping, hunting, survival, or shooting gear, manventureoutpost.com's got everything that you need over there. Everything that the outdoors person might be interested in, whether it's knives, ammunition, scopes, binoculars, laser sights, tactical flashlights, fish finders, boating equipment, everything. manventureoutpost.com. They're family-owned and members in good standing of the Better Business Bureau. The prices they have over there, every business needs a unique selling proposition, and manventureoutposts.com is value. They provide you the big names and the products you want quickly at rates that are incredibly low, so much lower than you would expect at these other sites. I have friends of mine who've gone over there and shopped, and they're big consumers of outdoor products, and they've been very impressed with the prices. You can get an additional 5% off with coupon code FTL at manventureoutpost.com. Get it quick. Get it from manventureoutpost.com.
All right, so let's continue here. Benjamin is with us from Good Men Do Something, and I presume also Good Women Do Something as well. But the site's called Good Men Do Something. Benjamin, you're back on Free Talk Live. You are updating us with your case, or their case against you, rather, where you and your brother were arrested for holding a sign or putting a sign up on an overpass while you were there. It's not like you were just leaving it there. You were standing there the whole time waving at people, and you had a V for Vendetta masks on, and the cops stopped you, and there's video footage actually of this. Where's the place people can go to easily see the video of this happening?
Well, actually, we have new video that we got over the weekend. We finally got access to our phones and our camera that were taken as evidence.
10 months ago. You finally got them 10 months later.
Justice's terrible swift sword.
We don't have them back. We were just granted a temporary access so we could take the information off the phone.
Great.
How nice.
But we got new footage, which actually gives a better view of things. But actually, that's some good news. A lot's changed over the weekend for us because now we actually have a blog thanks to fr33agents.com.
I had heard about that happening. Now, fr33agents.com actually lets anybody who loves liberty have their own blog, and it's a WordPress blog, so it's a real blog site. I mean, it's your own blog site through free agents. And so where do people go to get that?
They could just go to goodmendosomething.org, and it will take them straight there.
Perfect. So,
and then once you're there, you can go to our YouTube channel, which will have all the videos.
So you're just there doing some outreach. You were waving at cars. You thought, hey, this is an important message to get out. Taxes equals theft is what the sign said. A humongous sign, great sign for an overpass. And the cops didn't like that very much, so they stopped to not only threaten you, but also argue with you. They were debating with you over the merits of your idea, essentially not agreeing with you that it was theft, right?
Oh yeah, the one officer who was there just couldn't let that go. He wanted to argue with us about the content of our sign.
Yeah.
So he was disturbed about the message, and they made that pretty clear during the interaction.
They'll often say that they can't make political statements on camera and that kind of thing, that they're on duty and that sort of thing. Hey, keep it to yourself then, pal.
So they arrested you for wearing masks and affixing a sign to public property. They ended up dropping both of those charges, but added at some point a charge of resisting arrest. Is this a misdemeanor resisting arrest?
It's a misdemeanor resisting.
So are you looking at jail time?
1 year and $1,000.
Now, again,
what's it based on? What's the claim that you did?
Well, to the best of our knowledge, to the best of what's been told to us, the reason for the obstructing/resisting charge is because we didn't have IDs in our pocket.
What?
And therefore, we delayed the officers in their investigation.
Wow.
Shouldn't they have a charge for not having an ID in your pocket if that's what the concern is?
There's no such thing.
Wow. So you're going to be fighting this in court?
Wow.
Is there a law that you have to have an ID in your pocket in California?
Apparently.
No.
Nope, we're not a state where you have to possess ID.
So
now this gets into something I think you guys were talking about earlier with police lying, because in the police report they try to say that they offered to take us to our vehicle so we could get our IDs, because that's where we keep our IDs, is in our car where we're required to have them.
Sure. You're not driving the sidewalk. Why would you have driver's licenses on the sidewalk?
Absolutely. So in the police report it says that they offered to take us to our vehicle so we could get our IDs, and we refused. So they had to arrest us so they could identify us. But you've seen the video, and we have transcripts and all that stuff. They never once, we already knew it, but we have evidence of it. They never once offered to take us to our vehicle.
So if you have the opportunity to...
Our vehicle never even came up.
Now, you've got a lawyer for this instance, right?
Correct.
Now, they've dropped both the affixing the sign charge and the wearing the mask charge, which are the original charges, and they've just got you on resisting at this point. And they have you for resisting because you didn't have IDs in your pockets, and they claim that they were going to take you to your cars to get your ID, that they offered to take you to the car to get the ID, but you have video, and that's what this is all about, really, and the video doesn't show them doing such a thing. Will you be pursuing a charge of false arrest or something like that if that is available?
One thing at a time. Right now, we're just focused on beating this charge. After that, I said in the video that I personally would try to hold each of those officers accountable. I don't know exactly what I'll be able to do, but I do intend to follow through with that.
Do you know when your court date is, Benjamin?
It's April 3rd.
Okay.
So
following.
I imagine people that are following your blog at goodmendosomething.org, was it?
Yep.
Okay. I imagine they'll be kept apprised of the situation. Now, has the state actors, have they been coming to you with plea deal offers?
Oh yeah. The first plea deal we were offered was if we lied and say we dropped, and this was their example, a paperclip. Say we dropped a paperclip, they would reduce our charges to littering and waive the fine, and it would be a violation level thing, and it wouldn't be on our record. No big deal.
What? So they're willing to just want to get a guilty of littering. They're saying no fine, and all the other charges are dropped, and then you can walk away from this.
That was their initial offer. Since then, it's been plead guilty to resisting, and they'll waive all the fines, and we'll just have to pay the court fee. Which is
what, hundreds of dollars? How much is a court fee in California?
Several $100s. Yeah.
Several hundred.
I don't know what the specific amount is. Cause
would you have had to pay court fees on the first plea deal?
I have no idea.
Huh.
It's. I wonder why they want the guilty so bad. Is it just? I mean, because they could make this go away if they wanted to, but you guys seem tenacious to them. I mean, is the concern?
It makes the prosecutor's record look good when he's got more guilties.
Come on, anybody looks at the prosecutor's record for dropping charges? I mean, charges get dropped all the time. This isn't about his record.
I have no evidence of anything in particular. My suspicion is that the DA's office is being pressured by local law enforcement agencies who seem perturbed at what we do.
I know you guys are talking about once this is over, coming up to New Hampshire. You've already joined the Free State Project, if I'm recalling correctly, at freestateproject.org. You're coming to join the liberty activists here. I get wanting to hold these people accountable, but isn't that just going to keep you in California longer and subject you to more possible arrests and retaliation from the people inside the system?
I have no idea, but I made kind of a promise, and I intend to keep it. I don't know what that will entail. I don't know if that means we're stuck here.
It's either that or you're going to have to go back and fly back several times to go to court hearings.
Right.
So
I don't know.
And how much have you poured in, by the way, in attorney's fees on this so far?
So far, just a retainer.
Which is?
Luckily, we had been saving to move to New Hampshire, so we were able to put down money for a retainer for our lawyer.
How much have you put in?
Several $1,000s.
Yeah, people want to know.
Wow.
People are going to want to know that.
It's not cheap to hire attorneys, and I don't know if it's ever. I really don't know if it's worth it. I have yet to be convinced.
Do you feel that you've gotten your value out of the attorney?
Absolutely, our attorney is fantastic.
Great. Maybe you can bring him with you up here to New Hampshire, too. Hey, thanks for the update. Appreciate hearing from you, Benjamin, and good luck out there. Keep us in the loop, will you?
Absolutely.
All right, Benjamin from goodmendosomething.org. More coming up here, 855-450-FREE. That's 855-450-3733. This is Free Talk Live.